Coming up on News Live at 6, DPS is investigating a report of anti-Semitic graffiti in Brewster Hall.
Plus, the threat that marijuana from New York dispensaries may pose to users.
And a Q&A between SU students and a well-known climate activist is happening in the Shine Student Center tonight. News Live at 6 starts right now.
A conservative speaking group is no longer coming to campus. Good evening, I'm Jesse Cook.
And I'm Maddie Stelk. Syracuse University College Republicans has canceled a Moms for Liberty chapter meeting in Watson Theater. SU College Republicans President John Parker told CitrusTV yesterday they would host the group next week. However, the club withdrew their request today when the university informed them that their request would be denied for going against policy for events on university property. According to university policy, students may not reserve meetings on campus for outside groups.
DPS is investigating a report of anti-Semitic graffiti in Brewster Hall. The report says a student noticed the drawings on a whiteboard hanging from their door last Thursday. The student then erased the graffiti and contacted campus security on Sunday. DPS says they are reviewing footage and asking anyone with information to come forward.
We turn now to inside the classroom, where the new growing technology, artificial intelligence, is reshaping learning. Universities and colleges across the country have had to adapt to AI. CitrusTV's Max Williams spoke with some SU professors today to see how the university was handling it. Okay, looks like we're experiencing some technical difficulties, so hopefully we will get back to that, because I'm excited. I mean, AI, it's a big thing that's happening here on campus.
It's a big thing. We don't know a whole lot about it right now, so it's always interesting to see what's going on in a new field.
No, definitely. But turning to the rest of the news, a new search committee is looking to identify a new chief information officer for Syracuse University. Earlier today, Chancellor Kent Syverud announced the members of the committee, led by Special Advisor to the Chancellor Jeff Rubin. The committee's goal is to complete the search by the end of the fall 2023 semester, and for the new CIO to begin in early 2024.
Career Week is here, but don't worry if you're not prepared. The SU Career Development Center says they are here to help. Yesterday, the CDC announced that they will offer preparation sessions on Friday, including a walkthrough and scheduling advice. Students can also drop in for resume reviews tomorrow, Friday, and Monday. The career internship fairs are expected to have over 300 organizations present, with over 2,000 students registered to attend.
Syracuse University 2024 summer and short-term abroad program applications are open. Locations such as London, Tel Aviv, and Singapore are available, as well as others for 6 weeks or longer. Students must submit their applications by Sunday, October 15th.
SU has fallen 5 spots in the U.S. News & World Report college rankings. Syracuse dropped to number 67 in the nation. The study abroad program stood as the 10th best in the country. U.S. News & World Report listed Syracuse as 77th in terms of best value, just 1 spot ahead of its neighbors, SUNY ESF. And we all know that SUNY ESF, their mascot, the Mighty Oaks, but we're not seeing a lot of trees losing their leaves right now, even though fall is right tomorrow.
I know, and I'm looking forward to the fall foliage. It's so beautiful here in upstate New York.
That's right, all the different colors, green turning into orange, turning into brown. And here to tell us about weather is Luke Radel out on our weather deck.
Hey there guys, I'm right out here on the CitrusTV weather deck. It's really nice to be outside for one of the last nice sunny days here in central New York before we hit that fall sweater weather. Let's take a look at your current temperatures right now. We're going to stick in the mid to upper 60s. Right now we have 67 degrees here in Syracuse, New York. Some wind gusts getting up to about 15 miles an hour, which is why my hair is a little bit going all over the place, but that's okay. Not a cloud in the sky, as you can probably see behind me here. 23 miles of visibility, meaning if you were to go on top of the Sheraton Hotel back there, you could probably see all the way out to Skinny Atlas Lake if you wanted to. I'm sure that's a place where we would much rather be than right here right now, but I'm not going to go off on my lake vacation anytime soon. I'm going to come back in studio for your full 5-day forecast in just a couple of minutes. Maddie and Jesse, I'm going to send it back to you in studio.
Thanks, Luke. Amazon is looking for 1,300 new employees for its Syracuse and Central New York warehouse locations. The company is hiring full-time, seasonal, and part-time roles. Average pay for the positions ranges between $17 and $28 per hour. The fulfillment center in Liverpool is hosting an in-person hiring event throughout the week.
A first of its kind here in Syracuse, the Syracuse Inner Harbor Fest. The three-day festival will run from Friday to Sunday this weekend. Visitors can expect food trucks, live entertainment, fireworks, and even dragon boat racing. The funds raised at the event will go to Clear Path for Veterans, which is a local nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting veterans, service members, and military-connected families.
Landlords Tim and Troy Green have sold the last of their Syracuse apartment buildings. Chicago-based Clear Investment Group now owns all 4 Green properties. The city of Syracuse filed a lawsuit for over $150,000 for neglect of the land. The James Street complex sold for $6 million.
Baldwinsville School District is updating their security this week. The school district saying new metal detectors will be placed around the entrances of school buildings this Friday. The district is also increasing the number of patrol officers and adding more safety measures during football games. The district is using funds from New York's Smart School Investment Plan, meaning it comes at no additional cost to taxpayers.
Legal cannabis grown and sold in New York State may pose a serious health risk to consumers. Top-selling strains sold at dispensaries are found to contain microbial levels that stand 10 to 250 times higher than the state allows. NY regulations require cannabis to be grown outdoors, which experts say exposes it to higher levels of yeast, bacteria, and mold.
Here in Onondaga County, leaders are pushing back on Governor Kathy Hochul's plan to include federal Medicaid funding over concerns of other county expenses. Chief Financial Officer Stephen Morgan says Onondaga has needed to raise $7 million to keep Medicaid after the loss of federal aid. This comes after New York State begins to close their system under the Affordable Care Act. County Executive Ryan McMahon feels this money could have been used to combat lead poisoning or reduce taxes. Coming up, the latest out of Washington. Will Speaker McCarthy be able to avoid a government shutdown?
Plus, a powerful speech from the leader of Ukraine. The news continues right after these messages.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the CitrusTV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back. We turn now to inside the classroom, where the new growing technology, artificial intelligence, is reshaping learning. Universities and colleges across the country have had to adapt to AI. Citrus TV's Max Williams spoke with some SU professors today to see how the university was handling it.
Need AI? No, at all.
Most of the rest of us, it was kind of like, oh, what is this?
Here to stay in some form or other.
New technology has professors talking.
Basically give each student more individualized feedback and more maybe easier to digest and understand explanations of concepts.
Artificial intelligence
Probably.
websites such as ChatGPT or Jasper has got the attention of many at Syracuse University.
A lot of faculty kind of rethinking that and saying, oh, wow, there's going to be a lot of AI in my discipline. I need to know what my students are going to need to be successful in this discipline after they graduate.
University recently updating their academic integrity policy, stating the rapid evolution of generative artificial intelligence makes clear communication to students of university-wide and course-specific academic integrity expectations, especially important now.
Really strong encouragement to students. If you have a faculty member who hasn't said something about how artificial intelligence should or should not be used in their class, ask.
But not all professors are for AI, and it's for this exact reason right behind me. I'm in ChatGPT and I'm going to search, write me an essay about AI. And it's going to give me a whole paragraph's worth of information from the benefits to the challenges of AI in just under a couple minutes.
Leaning on AI because you just didn't do the reading and have to do a response, like, you're really shorting yourself in a way that you can actually put a dollar amount on.
Growing technology that has some on edge, but for others, excited. In Syracuse, Max Williams, Citrus TV News.
Alex Epstein, author of The Moral Case for Fossil Fuels, is speaking at a Q&A in Shine Live on the scene to tell us about the environmental issues he will discuss and the impact that this will have. That this debate will have, is Citrus TV reporter Luke Welch. Luke?
Maddie, I'm standing in the Goldstein Auditorium in the Shine Student Center, where at the top of the hour, a Q&A between a well-known climate activist and SU students will commence. Alex Epstein is an award-winning climate change author who is known for promoting the usage of fossil fuels. Epstein invites SU students to challenge the pros and cons of using fossil fuels and going net zero in carbon emissions by the year 2050. The event was organized by the SU College Republicans, and here with me now I have the chairman of the association, John Parker. Now, John, can you tell me a little bit about the importance of this event, having such a big name, such a big event right here on campus?
Sure, Luke. It's the first time that CRs have done this in over 10 years, as far as I'm aware. So it's big for the club, but it's also big for the campus to hear an intelligent, hard-nosed advocate for something that's a little bit unpopular. He's going to be going through the policy. We don't want hysterics. We don't want to be calling each other names. We just want to do a serious, sober pros and cons list of what currently is a mainstream policy. And I hope that it will help educate the audience and at least make them think a little.
Now, the forum is an open discussion with Q&A. Is there anything you're expecting tonight to happen from this conversation with Epstein and the SU students?
Well, I expect for his talk to be enlightening. I expect to learn a lot of things I didn't know before. And in Q&A, I'm expecting a decent amount of resistance, but that's really what we want. We want challenge. We want to explore the ideas through actual opposition. We are not expecting large protests or disruptions, but if there are, we have processes in place to stop those because the marketplace of ideas must go on.
Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
Good luck on your event. And now the event is set for 7 p.m. tonight, and entry is free if you RSVP'd online beforehand. Reporting in the Shine Student Center, I'm Luke Welch, Citrus TV News. Guys.
Citrus TV's Luke Welch, thank you. House Republicans gave Americans a preview of their impeachment inquiry earlier today at a Judiciary Committee hearing. Attorney General Merrick Garland was questioned on the investigation into Hunter Biden's ties to the Ukrainian energy firm Burisma.
Garland repeatedly pointed out specific questions about the investigation to special counsel David Weiss, who is scheduled to appear before the committee next month. Weiss was appointed to lead the investigation by former President Donald Trump in 2018. The Attorney General affirmed several times that he left Weiss in charge of the investigation after taking office in 2021. Over to the House at large, Speaker Kevin McCarthy has just 10 days to pass a temporary funding bill to prevent a government shutdown. The Speaker has been unable to persuade all 45 members of the far-right Freedom Caucus to back his spending deals. Just last night, the House failed to pass a stopgap bill that would fund the government for another month while talks continued.
The Speaker has strayed away from passing an omnibus spending bill for the entire government. Instead, he's looking to pass 12 separate appropriations bills. McCarthy told reporters as he arrived at the Capitol today, quote, "It's not September 30th. The game is not over." Connecticut officials are opening an investigation into the mayoral election after new video was released showing possible fraud. Security camera footage shows a woman making multiple trips to a Bridgeport ballot drop-off box on Election Day.
The video was made public by Bridgeport Chief Administrative Officer John Gomes days after he lost the election. Connecticut law states people using a drop-off ballot must deliver their own envelope. Now to the latest overseas. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke to the UN Security Council earlier today about his proposal to end the war in Ukraine. Zelensky accused Russia of mass atrocities and called for reforms allowing the UN General Assembly to suspend the veto power of a permanent member of the Security Council.
With Russia maintaining a permanent seat on the Security Council, there was speculation about whether Zelensky and Russian diplomat Sergei Lavrov would clash. However, the Ukrainian president left soon after addressing the council. Coming up, and fall is on its way. Citrus TV's Luke Radel has your 5-day forecast after the break.
Welcome to my house. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The walls were closing in. Clearly a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It could help you find a little more breathing room.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to News Live at 6. I'm Luke Radel. Let's take a look at the weather right now outside your window. This is actually the view from outside my window earlier today. 67 degrees and sunny skies. As we head into tonight, it's going to dip down into the lower 50s. 52 degrees is going to be the temperature around midnight tonight. Take a look at the Hall of Languages there, all nice and lit up. It's going to dip into 45-degree territory before sunrise tomorrow morning. As for sunset tonight, it's in less than an hour at 7:05. So if you're looking to get those golden hour selfies or Instagram photos, that'll be the time to do it. Let's jump ahead and look at your temperatures across the region. If we head out east down I-90 to my hometown of Utica, New York, we're at 67 degrees out there. If you head out west to Rochester, also 67 degrees. Things are staying pretty consistent. If you head up north to Oswego, it's going to drop down a little bit to around 64 degrees. If you're going down south to Ithaca for Cornell, it's going to be about 67 there as well, 68, excuse me. We got a 5-day forecast coming up for you. Thursday, tomorrow, is going to be a high of 70 degrees and a low of 44. Friday, we'll have another sunny day, high of 74, the highest we're getting this week. But that nice weather is not going to stick around as we head into the weekend. Clouds come in on Saturday for game day at the Dome against Army. A high of 69 degrees, a low of 51. And the rainy showers hopefully will hold off until after the game so you can get out there for all those darties. Sunday, 68 degrees and showers, and the showers are going to stick with us into Monday. That's all the time I have for you right now. We're going to toss it back over to the desk.
Luke, thank you. And if you were thinking of having a grilled cheese tonight, you might want to check your cheese's packaging. Kraft is issuing a voluntary recall on more than 80,000 cases of singles.
An issue with a wrapping machine seems that many slices might have a thin strip of film that sticks to the cheese and could be a choking hazard. And Maddie, this is a problem for me. So first of all, on the screen right now, all the singles that fall under the recall, the list includes certain 16-ounce packs and 3-pound multi-packs. Like I said, this is a problem for me. Everyone knows 11 p.m., you're going through your fridge at night.
Oh, cheese.
Look, the 3-pound packs, I'm hosing those and putting them away. I wouldn't even notice if the plastic film was there.
Oh no, me
That would be
neither.
bad.
It's so late. I'm just using the refrigerator light. It's a problem. Got to look out for it.
It's a problem. You might not find the cheese film, but you can't miss Syracuse football being 3-0. And up next, we've got Liam Griffin with sports.
Thanks, Jesse. Syracuse football battles Army in its military appreciation game this weekend. Why did the Black Knights pose such a tough test? Find out after the break.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Undefeated Syracuse football has a unique challenge in front of it this weekend. Welcome to sports. I'm Liam Griffin. The 3-0 Orange welcome Army to the Dome for the first time since 1996 when Donovan McNabb was lining up under center. But there's still a glaring issue has to clean up: eliminating the yellow flags. Syracuse racked up over 100 penalty yards against Purdue last weekend, and head coach Dino Babers knows the odds Army puts up those kind of numbers are close to zero.
You know, it's one of those things where it's a prideful thing. I told the guys, hey, you know, these guys are different now, and they're officers. They're going to be officers and gentlemen when they get done with their service, and they're out there protecting us, and we need to give them the respect they deserve. And one of the things they would want us to do is play the best game that we could play, so that.
In addition to playing clean football, Army brings a new challenge as opposed to years past. The Black Knights are historically known for a run-heavy offense, and that's still their MO. But Army quarterback Bryson Daly has 4 touchdown passes in his last 2 games. It should be a fun one inside the Dome on Saturday as the Q seeks its second consecutive 4-0 start. Kickoff is slated for noon. Be sure to follow our Any Clap on X for updates throughout the contest. Staying on the hill, Syracuse men's soccer's 21-match unbeaten streak is over. The 7th-ranked Orange drove down I-81 for a clash with number 20 Cornell last night and got out to a 1-0 lead, but a pair of second-half goals propelled the Big Red to victory. It's SU's first loss since October 4th of last year against, you guessed it, Cornell. Syracuse is back on the pitch Friday when it hosts Pittsburgh. Switching gears to pro sports, the Yankees couldn't keep up with the Blue Jays in a 7-1 loss in the Bronx last night. New York got on the board courtesy of a Gleyber Torres RBI double in the first inning, but That was all the offense could muster. The Yanks are now an even 4-4 against the Jays this season after dropping the first of this 3-game set. The two teams were new acquaintances in just over half an hour. And finally, the Mets entered last night 6-2 against the Marlins this season. But that success didn't continue in a 4-3 walk-off loss last night. Miami infielder Jake Berger hit a walk-off single with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth to propel the Fish to victory. The Mets and Marlins have one more game in this 3-game series after splitting the first 2. And you might think this is the last game of the season where the two meet, considering that it's a 3-game set and there's only a week and a half left in the season. But you'd be mistaken. They will meet in Queens next week.
So, Liam, we've hashed out baseball, but hockey season is right around the corner. And as a lot of people know, I'm a big Massachusetts fan, being from right around TD Garden where the Bruins play. And hey, the Bees have a new captain, Brad Marchand.
It's hard to not be excited. I, like you, am also a big Bruins fan. And you know who they play in their first game of the season, Maddie?
The Blackhawks.
They do play your Chicago Blackhawks, and I can't wait to see Marchand rocking that C and beating your team.
Absolutely. Me neither. Well, when we come back, Luke Radel will have your wake-up weather. Stay with us.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How was it? Is it good?
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Hey guys, welcome back to News Live at 6. Let's take one last look at your forecast for tomorrow morning. When you wake up, it's going to be a little chilly outside, 54 degrees at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, so you might want to put on an extra layer. But you're going to be able to take it right off at around 3 p.m. because the high is going to be 70 degrees. Around this time tomorrow night, we're going to be back to where we are right now, guys. It's 67 degrees. We're staying very consistent here for these last couple days of summer weather in central New York.
Luke, thank you. And it's National Queso Day, and Moe's Southwest Grill is handing out free cups of queso to celebrate. No purchase is necessary at participating locations.
Moe's Rewards members can get a free side of queso from now until Sunday, and we've got some of it in front of us. I don't know which is which. I can't see the logos in either of these containers from where I'm standing. So I don't know the colors well enough. Do you guys have a favorite, Moe's or Chipotle?
Chipotle all the way, because the chips have the lime on them too.
I gotta agree. I'm all team Chipotle. The queso, the chips, everything about it is just amazing.
How about neither? If you want real queso, you'll go to the South.
Oh, wow. All right.
Wow, to toss it in, I'm lactose intolerant, but I never say no to free food. So you know what? We're going to give it a try. I think we're going to try. Chipotle's on the right.
All right.
Moe's is on the left.
Let's get everyone a chip.
Oh, thank you.
And let's dip in our favorite and cheers.
Let's do it. I'm going to take Moe's.
All right.
Got to be careful of our nice clothing here.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That's what I'm worried about,
Cheers.
Jesse.
You ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Yay.
That's some great Nat sound.
You can hear that crunch for sure.
What do you think?
Delicious.
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Staying where you're at.
Better than the South?
Absolutely not. Torchy's Tacos. It's a big chain down south. Check it out sometime.
Very nice, very nice. And I also need to correct myself. I don't hope that the Bruins beat the Blackhawks. I hope that the Blackhawks beat the Bruins.
You know that's not going to happen, right?
It better happen, and I'll be enjoying some queso probably during the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have on Citrus TV News.
For more of the latest, follow us at Citrus TV News on X or check out the latest at CitrusTV.com.
From all of us here at Citrus TV News, I'm Maddie Stelk.
I'm Jesse Cook. Have a wonderful rest of your night, Syracuse.